All right. Toronto police are complete idiots. Many times they had direct warnings of the next terrorist events, and they did not prevent any tragedy. In 2013, they knew about all 3 events in France: Charlie Hebdo, Bataclan Theatre, Bastille Day, and Pulse nightclub, and incel Danforth Mcarthur. They told me it is not their catchment area to do anything about it. The warning information is in chronological order. It was called into 911 and sent to every email address on their contact page. Witnesses: Ryerson University and mainstream media reporters. Following the 911 call from Ryerson, a radio car took a Jane Doe from English class, where she gave a hard copy of the warning to senior detectives at 40 College Street. They knew it was Mcarthur. Minassian and Fasil Hussein. Victim names included Andrew Kinsman, Anna Dimicio, and Reese Fallon. They knew Kinsman would be taken from 71 Winchester and did nothing. They knew Anna Dimicio would be run over and did nothing. They knew Reese Fallon would be shot and did nothing. Now the review into Mcarthur, the Epstein report, called me as a witness into police negligence. Sandler has a copy of the original warning email sent in 2013, a recording of the 911 call made from Ryerson University, and corroborating witness statements from the Jane Does, Ryerson, and reporters. Epstein then censored the final report to exclude my information. They have gone too far. Police don't get to lie in the name of civilians. They would rather squander new life or death information again rather than admit their incompetence. The Shady board has known about this since 1990 and just perpetuate an illegal and criminal blue wall of silence cover-up. During my statement to the review, Naz recorded a new set of accurate predictions. The coronavirus pandemic, Kobe Bryant, Ukraine Jet 752, and Gabriel Wortman. Again, with the review's oversight, no tragedy was prevented. Further, the review knows about the Jane Does, the most significant one being UAP abducted, where she had her own flying car that runs on zero-point energy. Strength test strong Jane Doe, side test psychic Jane Doe. Do civilians want to know when the next terrorist attack is coming from? Do civilians want free energy? The Shady board greedily grab the inflated property tax money and shove huge amounts of their staff onto the sunshine list. Then they just hide under their bed and refuse to take any new warnings, which they always squander. The Epstein report is fraudulent. They don't have the right to lie in civilians' name. We have to draw a line somewhere. Lie in the chief's name. in the Shady Board's name or in the SIU's name, but never in civilians. During closed session, the Shady Board heard the review's audio tape, then frantically scramble to hide it from civilians and fraud their report. Recall the review. Sandler has some explaining to do. Cross Ryerson and reporters. In a public setting, so Epstein and the Shady Board cannot censor it from civilians. In 1990, they knew about 9/11 and Paul Bernardo. In 2006, Fukushima and BP oil spill, a whole list of information went out. Ideally, a reputable documentary producer or a civil lawyer ought to take this on and cross the witnesses again. I can offer a new list of predictions, quite a few Jane Does who had anomalous human experience, which is also reproducible, and the free energy and flying cars. Now, going back to 2013, Ryerson RTA professors and mainstream media reporters convened the Jane Does in the RTA office and took a statement from them. It included all of the forewarnings. The reporter then claims she cannot do whatever she wants. She has to pass it through a vetting lawyer who quashed it down. It includes a confession from UAP abducted Jane Doe, censored from the public. This would be David Walmsley, editor of the Globe and Mail, who censored it. He read it, then doesn't want to share it. The Shady Board has been completely useless to do anything constructive or to find a resolution. I mean the Toronto Police Services Board. They want the public money, but no accountability. It is too far to lie in civilians' name. No one gave them that right. Recall the review, convened Ryerson and reporters. Let's have public hearings. Is everyone just going to be a coward, squander free energy, and allow more innocent victims to die? The Shady Board does not care, but you should. Okay, and now for my ad lib, Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, I told him directly to his face about a Clan Theatre. He said, I know where that is. I saw a play there. CSIS, RCMP, completely useless, even more useless than Toronto Police, if it's possible to be more useless. Law Society does nothing. Crown Prosecutor hangs up the phone. The Crown does nothing, also useless. NSIRA, National Security Intelligence Review Agency, they sent me a form letter. The 4 accountability offices sent me a useless form letter. Ombudsman does nothing. Nobody does nothing. Information completely correct. Police are orchestrating a cover-up. It is illegal to do so. Warning went to FBI, to Prime Minister, to IRVA. The 2006 warning of Fukushima went out at the IRVA conference. Paul Smith called the FBI and the Pentagon. They came and took a hard copy. Nothing prevented. Nobody says nothing post-event. New information squandered since then. Globe and Mail, Robin Doolittle, Toronto Star, CBC, Alison Chiasson. They were at Ryerson. They talked with the Jane Does. They all back up my statement. They all gave the same account as mine. Then the board scrambles to cover this up. Mayor John Tory is person most knowledgeable. He heard the review's audio tape. He appears to be an honest man. Somehow the board has gagged him and won't let him say anything. And that's it. The free energy squandered. If everybody's going to do nothing, why does Ryerson say nothing? Because they're cowards. Why does the Globe and Mail say nothing? Because they are cowards. They don't want to admit they knew about Bataclan Theatre in 2013. French still end up having their tongues cut out. Walmsley goes into hiding, shaking hands with the police board to cover this up. Cowards. All of them. I have a new list of predictions. Who wants to take it and act on it? Two bare minimum things. Take and act on new predictions. A public confession of the Jane Doe who knows about 0-point energy. Two things I narrowed it down to. Two things. The third thing I even dropped. Hold the past negligence accountable. They should be criminally charging Toronto police. But I'm dropping that. The Crown, whenever I call the Crown that they have to do that, they diarrhea in their panties and do nothing. And I think I will just end there for now.